Morning everybody. Look at that sunrise. It's a beautiful, crisp 6th of January morning this morning, and I haven't got any classes today, so I've decided to see if I can still do it in 2022. So today I'm going on site with Tom to do a boiler. Great start to the morning, beautiful sunrise, so let's get on with it. Well, not a good start to the day. Stupid van has broken down again. What a nightmare. So that's us working till God knows what time tonight, because we need to get all this stuff out of his van now, into the old Barlingo, and then onto the job. Okay, so we got to get all that in the back of the Barlingo. Let's get on with it. So that's the back of the crappy caddy emptied. And we've managed to get it all in the Barlingo. Never lets us down, hopefully. Fuck, you could drive, Robbo!
I'm trying to do it with no clutch! Straight as you are. Oh, right, you got me scared there. Right, straight as you are now. You push me back, because I don't want bunny up there. Go, go. What's that?
The back of the trailer!
I'd rather roll down and go on it straight there. Do that then. I'll do that then. Right, just roll straight back. Is it? I'm stuck in here.
What?
Push his back. Push his back. Oh, you'll be right there.
Go on, you're alright, you're missing the trailer.
Honestly, you're right. Straight as you are there.
I think we can push it on now.
That'll do. That'll do.
Well on.
Right, knock your handbrake off. Knock your handbrake off. Right. Oh, beautiful.
You made it. There's that knight in shining armour. Now can we get to the job now? So away goes the old caddy. The car mechanic thinks the gearbox has gone. He also thinks the clutch has gone, but he'll let us know tomorrow. So goodbye, caddy.
Oh, we've got boiler to do.
Can we finally get there? It's only 10:15. So this is the old girl we're replacing in this tight cupboard, an old Worcester. First thing we need to do is safe to touch test and the safe isolation of the appliance before we crack on and get this taken out. So Tom's just doing a tightness test downstairs as well, because as soon as we walked into the property we could smell gas. So let's get those tests done. So we think we found the leak. It's on this hob. So Tom just set the drawer out. Got these fittings here and he's isolated at the valve there, and he's just getting the test on. So, has it passed?
It's not finished yet.
Oh, right, okay. But it's not dropping?
No.
Okay, so that's a good start. Find a leak straight away. So boiler's out. Tommy Blood's just getting the template on the wall, ready for the bracket. Now, when it comes to cutting the flue, first thing we need to do is get the collar onto the end, make sure there's no white showing, and then we need to mark the inside here where the collar finishes, and then we need to measure from that mark back to the wall, and then that'll be our distance to cut off. So first thing I need to do now is I've marked this, take this collar off. So you can see the mark I've made there where the collar goes, and it just goes to these black marks here. So that's where the collar goes all the way around. So I'm going to measure from there now back to the wall. So now the flue's in place, it's actually snowing. You can see it's 175mm we need to knock off, because that's our mark there. We need to go to the wall. So you can see it's 175mm. Now you can see an air vent's been blocked up there, and this one here has also been blocked up by the installers before. I'm going in now because it's freezing and it's snowing. So when you come to cut the flue, what I do is get the bin against the wall, place the pipe against the bin, and then you've got somewhere to cut it with your hacksaw. Now I see a lot of people cutting these with grinders. Now, yeah, the outside you could cut with a grinder, but the inside, if you cut that with a grinder, you're going to damage the plastic. You might damage the composite with the heat. But I use an hacksaw because I'm just old. Ideal. What are your flues made of? Butter. No wonder you can't have any white showing. That's just shocking. Look at that. Great boiler. Rubbish flues. Once you've cut your flue, make sure you file up the outside and the inside with a half round decent file. Otherwise, you're going to be getting leaks on your flue system. Now that's the flue done on the outside, all sealed up behind the weather collar, as you can see. So let's get on the inside now and let's see how we finish that. Well, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. My son has just taught me a new trick. He bought this stuff, which is cement in a tube to go around the flue, and it's used a full tube to do outside and inside, and it's done a great job. Have a look, Tommy. Now I thought this mortar in a tube was going to be absolutely rubbish, but Tom assured me it was going to be good, and it did do a decent job. So go and get yourself some. And as you can see, that's the flue completely done now. down at the bottom, just got to get this condensate sorted out. So filling loop is in, filter is in, it's got to reconnect those bundings. Pipe work's done, we just got to sort out the condensate. Now this ideal Atlantic combination boiler is the same as the Logic and the Logic Plus range, and when it comes to the discharge pipe for the safety valve, it needs to be connected to the boiler via a compression fitting, which doesn't come with the boiler, so just make sure you have one when you fit these boilers. So, just done the final tightness test after we've capped the hob off and we've installed the boiler. So, if we have a zoom in there, Tommy Blood, that's our readings from the TPI app. So we've got a 0.1 millibar drop, so nothing drop. So, all we've got to do now is finish my lunch off, what I've got left of this sandwich, and we need to commission this boiler. Bang on! Now, the new benchmark doesn't actually ask for the flow rate at the taps, but I'm just going to check the cold water flow rate we've got coming in, which is 11 litres, but I still need to do my cold water temperature for the benchmark, so we might as well do that while we're here. So we've got bang on 11 litres. So far we're at 7 degrees, 7.5 degrees, which is now 7.4, 7.3. We need to get a stable reading. Tom? Yeah. Cold water, 7.3 degrees centigrade. So let's do the hot tap now. First of all, let's see how many litres we've got. 8. And let's see what temperature we get up to. We're up to 40. 46. 47, 50, 'So we're hovering around 50.6, 50.7. So that's our hot water temperature, 50.7. And not that the benchmark needs it anymore. But we've got 8.5 litres out of it. So to put this boiler into high fire, press and hold the preheat and reset button, and it comes up with this kind of symbol. This is on an Atlantic.
That's high rate.
So that means high rate. So our boiler's now in high rate. Tom will now show us how to put it in low rate. So press the preheat button and it then goes into SL, which is your low rate. And it's as simple as that. So the last task for the TPI DC710 is to do our flow and return temperatures on the boiler. Once we've done that, we're nearly there. Now the system's all commissioned up, we've drained all the water back out again with all the cleaner in, and Tom's just putting in now the inhibitor, and that should be the end of this installation. So we just need to top it back up now to just over a bar. And that is the final installation all done. Not bad considering we got here at about 10:30 and it's still light outside, so let's get home. So this is pretty much like Tom's van. Let's go into the scrapyard. We're just waiting for the scrap man to come and pick it up.